There's like curious puppies right now coming and taking a look.
In Europe, during the time of the Inquisition, paranoia and corruption ran deep. With the fear of devilry running rampant, the ancients' corruption extended far beyond mortal knowledge, corrupting all that could be corrupted. My researches uncovered an interesting incident. A Franciscan monk named Paul Luther was traveling through the region of Amiens during the witch hunts of the Inquisition. Now, under martial law, the Inquisition prevented anyone from leaving the town and its nearby cathedral, for everyone was suspect.
Welcome to Amiens Cathedral, Brother Luther. I'm glad that our sacred order can bestow hospitality on our Franciscan brethren.
I shall not impose, Excellency. I merely request lodging and a viewing of the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude.
Many have traveled far and even risked their lives for a glimpse of the hallowed relic's true splendor. Of course, it would be wise to keep quiet during your stay. The Inquisition is here for a reason, brother. We seek to purge the deviancy from this town.
I am sure that will not be a problem. Amiens appears to be a peaceful hamlet.
It appears to be, but deviancy is secreted in the most deceptive places, which I believe is the case with Amiens.
Then I wish you luck in your search.
The Inquisition does not need luck, Brother Luther. Faith and purity are our guides.
Yeah, purity like your gray, cracking skin, I'm sure. Welcome, Paul Luther. Well, while we are still looking around before all that hinky shit starts, your fun facts for the day is, we've been talking about all the classic voice actors, voice actresses in this game. Well, Paul Luther here is Paul Eiding, which actually he was in the game before. I believe he was the bishop in Anthony's chapter 2, at least. And but yeah, if you're talking about all those classic, voice work, can't ignore Paul Eiding, who, depending on your age, maybe you're like me and you think of Colonel Campbell from Metal Gear Solid, but if you're a bit older, maybe you think of the Transformers 1986 movie. The other thing that I wanted to point out was what's sort of interesting is how this is. Whoops, something to examine. Oh, it's just the thing. Yeah, I'll get a better look here. Yeah, this. Last time we were here was just a tiny little monastery, and now look, it's a full-on cathedral. And what I wanted to point out was, this is actually true. Amiens, France, is home of Amiens Cathedral, the largest Gothic cathedral in all of France. It's a real place, and it was built in the 1200s. I don't remember exactly when. I mean, I'm sure there's not an exact date anyways, but it was built in the 1200s. And so it would have existed by the time Paul Luther came here in the 1400s right now. So it's a real place that would have existed at this time in history. A thick braided rope serves to ring the church bell. Usually it's the custodian's task to ring the bell at appropriate times. Perhaps he'll be along later to ring it. So yeah, I just think that, that's neat. That, the mansion is just sort of, here is this mansion in Rhode Island. But yeah, this is a real place you could go and visit. I mean, it probably doesn't look exactly like this, but... And definitely I hope that you don't end up finding the Tome of Eternal Darkness, but... Yeah, there you go. Amiens Cathedral, everybody. Oh, now what do I do? Paul's chapter I do not remember very well. The gameplay, I've said that for other people, but I really do not remember what I'm supposed to do in Paul's chapter, so this will be fun. Okay, well, let's try. I bet we can't go this way yet, right? Oh, we can. I kind of feel like we should look the other side path first before we go that way. Oh, never mind. Here we are. You know what? Even without the whole eldritch horror thing going on, the fact that you're here during the Inquisition, that's already a horror game as is. Spooky cathedral during a thunderstorm, and you've got the Inquisition. No bueno. Okay, there's those same stained glass that we saw upstairs. Playing the organ is a daunting challenge for someone like Paul, who has no musical talent. Paul could probably play the organ if there was some music to play. But that's not exactly the same. So it's either you can't play the organ or you can't play by ear. There's a difference. Cellar. Very big cellar. Oh my god. You know what? Let's keep looking around the main room first. Before we start getting all these other... Okay, that's all that. Nothing here, nothing... Ooh. The cathedral's tabernacle is fashioned from aged, varnished mahogany. Its doors are closed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening them manually. See something. Ooh. I'm sure that's fine that we just found crossbow bolts. A simple podium and lectern provides a platform for a priest giving a sermon to his congregation. There's a drawer recessed inside. It's locked. We're not going to comment on the fact that, like, up here by the priest are crossbow bolts.
For the love of God! God! Help! Come quickly!
A murder! A murder most foul! What heresy is this?
I found him lying here, dead. I called the guards.
Is this our first suspect? Make sure no one touches the body. It must be examined for signs of devilry. As for this man, make sure he doesn't leave the cathedral. We will question him later.
But...
Hold your tongue, Franciscan, or it might bring my wrath upon thee. Who is to say that you did not commit this murder? If you trust in the Almighty, and you are indeed innocent, then you will have nothing to fear.
Door is locked. Luther's being held under arrest, waiting for judgment and trial at the hands of the Inquisition. Oh, that's great. That's just super. A framed fragment of written verse. It is in Latin and makes reference mostly to diabolical entities and how man is dominated by them if he strays from the rights of protection. The painting captures Paul's attention. A small emerald disguised as part of the painting glints in the candlelight, as though it has some value beyond being a precious gem. Should I take it?
Are you here to pass sentence on me?
No, I'm here to free you. You are in incredible danger. This cathedral used to be a place of peace. Now many strange things happen here. I don't want you to end up like the others.
What do you mean?
The body you found was Brother Andrew, and he was killed to protect a secret. We can't talk about it here. Find me in the bell tower later, and I shall aid thee further.
Why are you releasing me?
I don't want to see another innocent die like your Franciscan brethren. I have seen Brother Andrew make numerous entries into his journal. This may contain the answers to the cathedral's dark secrets.
What can I do?
If I were you, I'd run.
They will surely hunt me if I run. This has to stop.
Then be it on your own head, Luther. Find Brother Andrew's journals if you can. He spent time in the old tower investigating. I believe I can find the key to the old tower in one of my stores. Later, come find me in the bell tower, and I will give it to you. Be swift. We can't evade them forever.
Hey, look at that. An actual friendly face in this game. You don't see many of those. Yeah, tell me the detail, because that's just black. A somber portrait of a monk stares icily from the wall. Something about those grim, staring eyes sparks doubt and suspicion in Paul. Is this the face of a holy man? I can't tell. It's just black. I mean, that's one of the problems. Like playing this like on a computer, watching it on a computer instead of, you know, old school TVs. Things might get washed out. All right, we've seen Kareem, we've seen, oh yeah, actually there won't be anyone new in here because Edwin escaped. Edwin was not inducted into the Hall of Infamy. Now, so we have an emerald, we have some bolts, and no weapons. That's great. Craftsman, great. A quiver of crossbow bolts, great. Huh, I wonder if it... okay, just... I was just wondering, like, because I couldn't remember, like, did different people look at it? Like, would a Franciscan monk see this book and describe it the same way that, like, say, someone like Maximilian would? Would he be like, a book bound in flesh? Whereas you'd be like, oh my goodness, this is super heresy, and yet I can use it to stop more heresies, so, about that. Right now, if I remember correctly, we can't go just straight to the bell tower to find the custodian. We have to wait. But I don't remember until what. Maybe this is when we do the basement part. Okay, catch your breath. I know, it's been a lot, Paul. It's been a lot. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh, thank goodness. Huh. Fun little room. The woodcut shows an act of blasphemy. A host of demons prey upon humans like they were playthings, disemboweled by mocking demons, eaten or tortured by other carnal, deviant acts. Great thing to have in your cathedral there. Can I... The rat carries robes and cloaks for ceremonial use. As Paul draws the robes back, something tumbles from inside. The podium key. Should I open the chest? Yeah. Oh, baby. There we go. A woodcut depicting the effects of a plague. The spirit of death incarnate casts a final judgment over a wealth of victims. I mean, he's just doing his job. Powerful and accurate weapon that shoots a wooden bolt. That is a true statement. Well, now that we have a torch, before we do anything else, because, like, sure, I could, you know, in the editing process, super brighten up the screen to show you whatever we were looking at in that room with the monk in the darkness. But I want to see what it is. I'm curious just like you are. Let's take another look at this painting, shall we? Yeah, something about those grim staring eyes sparks doubt and suspicion. Is this the face of a holy man? Yeah, I can understand his doubts. Alright, now we have a podium key, so let's go use it. And I think this is the old tower that we need the key for. I don't think we can go this way yet. Yeah. Winded. Just a moment. All right, back to the podium. The drawer we have a note. Diary of Brother Andrew, page 1. I've finally arrived at Amiens, and my pilgrimage to see the Hand of Jude draws to a close. I cannot wait to lay eyes upon the sacred relic. My journey here has been arduous, and it shall be good to relax for a while in this peaceful village. Amiens is full of good people, strong in their faith and their role in our world. If the blight of witchcraft is present in this world, then I doubt it's in Amiens. So what does that do for us? I don't know. Guess we go down here now? Well, we can see, so yeah, maybe. Behind door number 1. Ammo. Take that. The personal effects of a priest are scattered across the shelves. Rosary beads, crucifix, variety of other small holy items. Paul believes they must have been Brother Andrew's. The Spartan bed shows how Order treats its visitors. There's no sign of the Order's own quarters, and this chills Paul to the bone. The only man that doesn't need a bed is a dead one. Oh, wait. No, I want to... Desk bears a leather bound book. Okay, the Book of Reliquaries. But I want to look at this picture. Okay, that's it. Well, Book of Reliquaries. This is the forgeries of the reliquaries dating back to the late 13th century, exquisitely illuminated and bound with hard leather. It reads, doubtless many obscure orders requiring more income than can be garnered from the tithe resorted to forging ancient relics to bring people from outside their region to their diocese. Sorry. I can speak, I really can. I promise I know the word diocese. And thus become more lucrative. While it could be said that a false hope is still hope, relics such as Cuthbert's jawbone, the hand of Jude, and the infamous thigh-bone flute of Conall, while being forgeries, deceive the righteous unjustly. Their existence as true relics is utmost heresy. So there was already a book from like 200 years ago saying that the hand of Jude is a forgery, and yet, like, Brother Andrew came here to see it, so, wow. Either deceived, or, you know, he wants it to be true, or, you know, who knows. But interesting that even before all this, there's been doubt. There we go. Near the organ, a steel mace is mounted on the back wall by means of a display armature. Not anymore. Yeah, here's underneath the organ. Bellow mechanism supplies the organ upstairs with air. It requires an expert hand and attention to keep it in working order. Sounds fun. Oh, I hear trappers. So many trappers. Hi. There's like curious puppies right now coming and taking a look. Hi. You know what? Just don't worry about it. We don't need to go to Trapper Dimension. Oh man, also look at that. Paul, I guess being a religious man, has a lot of spirit energy, but he does not have a lot of health. He is not the most healthy boy. I mean, I guess a monk in the 1400s, that makes sense. Wine cask used for maturing wine. The wine inside this one must be very strong, for it seeps through the cask, filling the air with heady aroma. Same thing. One of these things won't be like the others, because I know how video games work. Bank. Come on. Maybe it's... Maybe not. There we go. I just happened to walk by the one. Knocking on this cask results in a hollow thud. It's empty, but why when all the others are full of maturing wine? Ba-bum-bum-bum. Secret, secret. I found a... Oh, hi! Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, mace. Yeah, we should read about that. Weapon covered with spikes and flanges that focus force upon striking. The mace was effective against an enemy wearing chainmail. Although usually directed against the head, a mace blow to a limb could break bones, even if the armor was not pierced. So, we know there's a red horror inside. Which means... Get a little bit of this. Alright, let's try this again. Missed. Oh, I didn't reload. Because, you know, loading a crossbow does take a while. Come on. Yeah, I like that you can actually see the glowing bolt like stuck in its head. Ow. Oh. What's this? Ah, you missed. There we go. Power of blue. And just so we can see his finishing animation. Yeah. I mean, he's a monk. What do you expect? He's just like, stop it, die. Pedestal has 3 small indentations adorning its top, arranged to a circular formation. Each socket appears to be waiting for something. Something like... bright luminescent, blah, blah, blah. Almost ethereal hue. Well... Yes, we know. So now we're just missing a ruby. I mean, I guess it could be like a garnet or something too, but I mean, come on. The sapphire and an emerald, of course, is going to be a ruby. There's a massive granite vault carved with hideous boss reliefs, scratch marks running along the floor make it appear that the crypt has been moved many times. But what about a ruby? Well, we got weapons now, so things might be a little more interesting up top. I should probably... is this reloaded at the moment? It is, okay. Just, yeah, no. Seems like it might be useful. The altar is bereft of holy adornment. No crucifix, no Bible, no sacrament of any kind. Paul is disturbed by the sight. What faith does this order practice? That probably would have made sense before I saw the lurking horror in the basement. Oh, we never actually looked at the dead body since the cutscene. I think we can. Maybe? Maybe not. I thought maybe there'd be like an examine option. But I guess maybe the Inquisition took it off. Do I have to go? Maybe I do have to go to the bell tower after all. Like, I thought you had to wait until you heard from him, but... Oh, hi! Okay, bye. Here. Paul's nervous about ringing the bell during his own capture. It is the custodian's task to ring the bell at appropriate times. Perhaps he'll be by later to ring it. Should I ring it anyway? Yes. Hi, do you have items for me? I could really use some. Like, say, a ruby.
Ah, Brother Luther, not a moment too soon. As you have noticed, dread things inhabit this place. Shambling corpses, and worse.
There is darkness at work here, in the midst of the Inquisition.
I suspect it is worse than that. have no proof. Brother Andrew knew this also, and paid the price for it.
Why are you telling me this?
Perhaps you can finish off what Andrew started. Take this key. It unlocks the old tower. It has been sealed off since the Inquisition arrived.
I intend to uncover the truth behind this.
If you manage to uncover the source of darkness, return here, and I will do everything I can to help. Till then, brother, may your faith protect you.
Okay, so I was remembering incorrectly. Custodian shakes his head and informs Paul he doesn't have enough evidence to make an accusation against Augustine. There must be something else to find. And Paul Augustine, what a coincidence. We've heard that name before. So yeah, I was thinking you had to wait till you heard the bell and then went up to find him, but I guess you ring the bell and he comes to you. Well, we have the old key, so that's what counts. What does it say? Of course we're not gonna leave, but your message is, Paul can't leave the cathedral until his name is cleared and the real murderer has been uncovered. To run away now would be an admission of his guilt. The only thing I've murdered were the already dead. Seeing if he turns his head to look, to be like, yeah, so like the corpse should be around here, because he's looking at it as we walk by, but it won't let you examine it. Now let's go to the old tower. Oh, yeah. And that's how bone thieves work, just in case you were wondering. Yeah, nasty, nasty guys. Hi. Get out of there. I know what's lurking inside. I don't want to twist it. Does this look a little familiar? We were here before when it was just a simple monastery. Here is Anthony, and now, look at this. Now, the entire monastery that Anthony went through for his level is just the old tower, part of the cathedral. Shield. Oh, that's what that one's officially called. Yeah, we already learned that one by just experimenting. It's the bubbles. But its description is, from all manner of magic will you be protected when encased in this geas. The alignments can help but never hinder, for within well-conjured magic comes greater protection. All right. Well, you know, we never did get to go into this room over here. I mean, technically we did at the end of Anthony's chamber. Sound a little familiar? There is Anthony, waiting exactly where we left him last time. No, thank you. Ow. Now, the interesting thing about this fight is, it's not it doesn't always play out the same, because You down for the count? No. Because he still has the same curse as last time. Oh, so maybe we need a magic. Magic to beat the curse. Let's enchant with... I mean, I don't think it really matters. But, you know, we'll do... That's...
Enter behind Celadon.
No. No. Sure. Stop it, Anthony. Get a hold of yourself, man. Ow. There we go. Paul has found a ruby, and we get Anthony's two-edged sword. So, what I was saying, and then things started getting hard, is this fight plays out differently because, oh, is this just the wall bleeding from a sanity effect, or is this because of the... Oh no, that's like a post, I think, that's on. Anthony is actually equipped with a different weapon if you don't get the two-handed sword, or two-edged sword, in his chapter. And so now it's, I didn't want to say it then, but it's actually a little bit more important than you'd think, because if you save the monk as Anthony, you get the two-edged sword, which, makes his chapter a lot easier. But not only does he get it, but then his zombie is wielding it for this chapter, and now Paul gets it. So now Paul gets the really good sword. Same description as before. So yeah, it's, that's pretty cool that we get, awesome sword as Paul. Also, I mean, not that, it's a great end for him, but at least Anthony's, his soul can finally find peace, because here he is. He's been here since, his chapter as a zombie, undying, being, upset that he couldn't save Charlemagne. And, now Paul has finally put his soul to rest, and he finally gets to disappear. Which, again, not a great end, not like Edwin, but, not being stuck here forever as a zombie, that's progress. Diary page 2. I suppose it's understandable that they will not show me the hand of Jude on such little notice, but I must confess that the preparations they make are most unusual. No acts of consecration, no daily prayer or worship are demonstrated by this strange order. One wonders if they are holy at all, let alone being under the auspices of the Grand Inquisition. Perhaps it's my naivety of our faith. There are many practices associated with it, and they differ greatly from region to region. Perhaps Amiens is merely more eccentric than the others. Oh, if only you knew. What do we got? A bewildering array of books and tomes sorted neatly onto a set of shelves, mostly books of a religious nature awaiting scholars such as Paul to peruse their contents. Being sure nothing's standing out. Speaking of standing out, I see a thing, I think, right here. A sheet of music. Yes. Now, the question is, can we go further? No. They patched up that hole last time Luther was here. I mean, not Luther, Anthony. You're Luther. Okay. We've got a really big sword, and we've got sheet music. Sounds like a good night to me. So we have to use this? No, you just have to check it. Okay. Should Paul play the organ? Oh, what button is assigned to what? I do like that part. That it's just so, just like, two reasons. A, because it's like, Paul doesn't really know how to play the organ. Maybe if he had some sheet music, And so then it's either one of two things. It's either he plays this little thing, the bum, 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 and then it starts playing on its own, which is pretty amusing, or it's like Paul can't play the organ, and then he just busts that out. Like, Paul, you gotta learn to take a compliment. The tabernacle is almost empty. There are none of the things that should be there, such as holy water and other ritualistic items, only a circle of power lying on a lower shelf. Look, that's gonna serve you better in the long run than a thing of holy water will. Spells acquired 5-point circle power. Now each of the 3-point spells can be powered up by using the power rune, which I don't have. That's what I was talking about in the other one about, I mean, you understood the last time I talked about it. That 5-point spells are just the exact same as 3-point spells, only you add 2 runes of power, and then 7-point spells, you add another 2 runes of power. Okay, so we can go use this. I still need this? No, I don't. I mean, or like, it's not doing anything, but he's not getting rid of it. I should reload this. I have a chance. Whoops. No, not that one. What do I have assigned? I was going to enchant my sword with Mantorok, but now I don't remember what's assigned to what. Okay, I was using recover. So enchant item is left. Glowing sword, glowing sword. Where am I going? Not that way, I need to go to the basement. Paul. I mean, I shouldn't complain. Here I'm like, Paul, you can't run worth a damn, but... I mean, neither could I, so, you know. Like, I'd probably even do worse. I've got bad asthma. If I was alive in the 1400s, I'd die. At least he's got that going for him, that he can still breathe. With all this mold and stuff around. I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on the guy. Red beats green, beats blue, beats red. Mantorok zombies meet Mantorok sword. Oh, what's this finishing move? Yeah. Again, it is funny, just like think about Anthony, who like wields it properly and is like stab to do a finishing move, and then there's Paul, who's a monk. You know, he doesn't know how to handle a weapon, and his is just bash, bash, bash. He's got a mace, bash him. He's got a big sword, bash him. Hello. That is something I need. Yeah, I'll get a little bit of this back. One more should do it, and then we can just kill the other guy. Yeah, this is good. Paul has found a magic rune. Ah, here we go. Hey, recognize this statue? Yeah, I wonder how it got from Amiens Cathedral to Roivas Manor. The statue, I mean, was like, come on, man, stop walking to either side. Like, it's hard to turn my head. I'm a statue. Oh, yeah, and, we can finish this off now. So what was Trapper? It's, oh, Tyr and Aerotuck. I mean, I guess if I looked at the thing, it'd be summon creature, so. But here, let's make a new spell using our 5-point thing. If you do... Tyr summon. Now, it does not matter the order that you do this. So, like, you can do Tyr, creature, and then Pargon. You could do Pargon, Tyr, or, you know, creature, Tyr, you know, creature summon. Yeah, it does not matter the order. When they use it in cutscenes, they always alternate stuff. So, you know, you'll, like, Tyr, Pargon, Ulioth, Pargon, you know, like that. They don't put them together except in, like, I know in the 9-point spell when we saw Pius during the last video summoning, because there has to be, you know, so many pargons, it was doing double pargons each time. Alright, can't see, worth shit. No. Bad heretic. Get out of here. Hey, look at that. Two horrors fighting each other. I'll take that. Okay, and because green beats blue. What noise was that? Okay, I'm gonna cut all this fiddling out with YouTube, but I forgot there is, for as much as I love the spell crafting system, there's one problem with it, which is kind of annoying. So like we have the new, we have the Circle of Power level 5, which is, you know, super cool, hooray. And so I was like, oh, I want to, you know, cast, you know, my like get a level 5 healing spell as a quick spell, which you can see I've done right now. But when I was trying to assign it, I was like, why isn't that, like let's say let's enchant item, because I already fixed it on recover. You're like, oh, assign level 5. Wait, but why can't I assign a level 5? Yeah, so Mantorok and Magramore. The one problem with the magic crafting is now that we have level 5, to get them in our like quick item thing, we have to do new spell, level 5, and what was it, Mantorok, and where's item? I saw it here for Magramore. And then you just discover the enchant item spell. Like, we already knew the enchant item spell. But now when I look at my spell list, like reveal invisible, that's still level 3 only. But this one now we can assign as a level 5 if we wanted. So like if I want to do like, oh, like our invisible thing, let's do it, you know, level 5 instead so it lasts longer. Well, I can't until I do. What was it, like absorb area or something? I mean, we'll need this one anyway, so absorb area. So that is the one. No, yeah, that's reveal invisible. So like now I can assign this to a quick slot. So that's the one kind of annoying thing about the stuff, that they don't just give you. It's like, I already have, like, sure, maybe if you were missing the codex, like if you never picked up the scroll for this, like, sure, maybe it wouldn't let you do it automatically. But I do wish, like, when you had Pargon too, but when you found the Circle of Power 5, it would just give you all 5, or, you know, not all, like all, you know, both levels of these. So I'll be back to you in a minute. I just have to assign all of these as level 5 so that I can use them faster in the future. Okay, I went through, I got everything here to level 5, except obviously Summon Trapper is just the level 3 summon creature. The level 8's the summon the zombie, and then this is summon horror, so level 7. So those ones obviously we can't, but there we go. Got all of these set up so I can do this fast and easy. So now I can just go boop, boop, boop. And we go over, kill this guy. Hi, this guy. Remember when Anthony had this? Hey, guess what? I have it too. Yeah, we gotta heal everything. Heal up everything, because like, we had no sanity, which is fine for some people, but like no sanity on Paul means, you know, losing health, and losing health, he doesn't have any, so. All right, let's take a wait a minute. So I came in here. Need a key for that, okay. An effigy of a monk reclining on a sacrificial altar. A deep groove bisects its chest. The monk's face looks almost exactly like the custodian. The inscription reads, "Only when thy friend is sacrificed, when his cries fill the air, will the great doors open to thee." Well, that's just wonderful. And look at that, we're back in this room. So yeah, even though the path in the old tower was locked up, all this is still here. It's just, you know, an arcane documents and treatments of the demonic arts. Paul daren't touch them for fear of the taint of evil. Yeah, all this is still here. It's like they blocked it up in the old tower and made a secret passage in the new cathedral. Look, there might be demonic evil entities from beyond space and time, but even they want, you know, they don't want to go out of their way. They're going to make a shortcut. Okay, as further proof of the heresy within this dark cathedral, a table bears arcane documents, diagrams, and sigils pertaining to demonic craft are scattered across the recently used table. To be fair, Paul, you're casting quote-unquote demonic stuff yourself right now, but... yeah, no. Are you not... come on, man. You ain't getting up from that, are you? Yeah, actually, I don't care. Hi. You aren't getting up now, that's for sure. This shelf appears to be recessed into the wall, not quite as flush as the others, almost as if it could slide inward. The last time we fought the bishop here... and again, like, red is weak to blue, so it's not doing that much more damage, but on the other hand, this is a really big-ass sword, so... that's why it's super nice to get the sword as Anthony, because then Anthony can use it, and then Paul can use it. And since Paul has so little health, it's nice to have a good weapon on him. Since otherwise he just has the mace, which, you know, does not split people in half the same way. Oh, yeah, let's pick up that. Magical Codex. By adding Paragon runes to a spell, it can be powered up, intensifying the effects. There we go. Diary page. With a shudder, my heart turned to ice. I came to the brutal realization that the entire order were heretics and that I was in incredible jeopardy. Who knows how long they'd kept their dark secret masquerading as custodians of the Hand of Jude, when in fact they guarded a damnable relic, the essence of the unholy Zealototh, and used it to lure potential victims to their hideous sacrifice. I felt sick, and despite my faith, I felt intense fear and hopelessness. I know that I must escape this place before they suspect my knowledge. I must warn the world and notify the real Inquisition of their presence. Knowing death is just around the corner, fearing every moment, I commit these words to paper. Augustine will find this book. I will remove certain pages and hide them so that all who may follow might discover the truth before it's too late. Yeah, that didn't work. Blasphemous shrine stands dedicated to an unholy god. Paul consents it's evil, finds it difficult to approach. Okay, that was a long run back. I've mainly been keeping in stuff for the YouTube videos, but I think I will probably cut all that out because that's a lot of backtracking. Nothing happening. Also just because Paul's so slow. Yeah, let's let him catch his breath before we make him run up another, like, 6 flights of stairs. Here. How about we just walk for a bit? You doing better? Alright, you're doing better. Let's go. I mean, and to be fair, he is carrying a big-ass sword with him, too, so... Custodian, I found it. Found the evidence. We can leave now.
Brother Andrew suspected Augustine all along. I managed to find remnants of his journal, and it all points to Augustine's involvement with a paganistic cult operating inside the cathedral.
Aye, the cathedral's dark secret has been uncovered. I too suspected this, but was too afraid to act. Augustine himself is a heretic.
He has covered his tracks well, claiming that the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude, was stored here. He had those who came to see it murdered. The Hand of Jude never existed.
And with that realization, the trap closes, brother. My days here are numbered. I awoke to find this cruel dagger placed upon my pillow this morn. It can only mean one thing. I know too much, and they are moving to silence me. I can only hope that what little faith I have left is enough to save my soul. Please, take this thing away from me. Its very sight troubles me to no end. May your faith protect thee, Brother Luther, for that's all you have.
I mean, I do have a pretty wicked sword, too, but, you know. Uh-oh. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should actually give that knife back to him. I don't know if I feel good about it. What? Where'd he go? He was just here a minute ago. Well, I'm sure you know what happens next. Because we've been everywhere around this place. And there's only one thing left. There was a locked door with a effigy of the custodian. Oh, hey. Some of my enemies, at least. That's new. Thanks. Thanks, enemies, for helping liven up my backtracking again. Yeah, that's probably why I forgot a lot about Paul's chapter, is just because it's probably the biggest, like, going from the very end, where you find page 3, all the way to the custodian. No enemies, no nothing, just a long run back. I probably was like, I forgot about this chapter. At least now there's enemies to, you know, spice things up a bit. Down we go. So many bone moves. Now, I will say, while red is generally considered the hardest path because the enemies are, you know, harder, green does have the worst bone thieves, because green bone thieves don't have heads, so you can't just behead them to kill them. They're a lot more annoying to fight. Alright. I'm sure this will be fine. And just like that, it's implied that you just killed the custodian. The monk in the effigy has been sacrificed. A dagger protrudes from a deep groove within the chest. The echoes of his screams still reverberate in Paul's ears. Good job. You did it. I mean, like, what are they gonna do? Like, you know, the guys were teleporting right behind the custodian. It's not like he was like, that was also weird. Paul's progress forward is blocked by a corrosive spell. Obviously, someone wants to keep intruders at bay, and this lethal magic is just the way to do it. Uh-huh. But what if? That's right. Okay, well, this... Lying in a pool of his own blood is the custodian, Paul's only ally in this fight against the darkness. His soul no doubt lingers, fused to the altar on which his life has been taken, watching over his own rapidly cooling corpse. Feeling all hope escape him, Paul's situation is suddenly 1,000 times more desperate than before. Now he is alone, alone against the darkness.
You are a clever man, Brother Luther. Wanting answers to clarify your new position as fugitive, you seek them out, and this is what you find. Tell me, what does a man such as yourself think of when he finds a viper's nest of heresy? When he finds the very source of corruption?
I think of irony. Irony of what you, masquerading as a member of the Inquisition, stand for. And that you stand for evil.
Evil is merely a perspective which no longer concerns me, Luther. You will be executed in the most painful manner imaginable. After we have broken your frail body and mind in the name of our true Lord, Ulyoth! Come, my children, feast on this morsel, and let us return to our preparations.
I mean, like, yeah, 2 bone thieves isn't great, but... Okay, that's... Do you think a couple bone thieves is gonna stop me, Augustine? Well, you were almost right, because they nearly did kill me. Yeah, so it's interesting that the custodian's body is here, even though you heard him scream when you stabbed the effigy. So, like, did they teleport his body into there, you kill it, and then they teleport it back out? Or is, like, by stabbing it in the effigy, you stabbed him here? I don't know. Strange magic's afoot. I mean, I guess no stranger than all the other magics going on in the game, but, you know. Sure. Come here, Augustine. There we go. So yeah, this part's all new from last time. Anthony did not come down here. There's some squelching. Ooh, that's an important looking door. The door is decorated more than most with within the catacombs, sensing an immense evil behind the door. Paul wonders if the ceremony the monk had mentioned earlier has taken place behind it. Should Paul enter and put an end to the heresy? Yeah, just a second. Let's get ourselves prepared. I suppose we'll go with Dominant rather than Mantorok.
Enter my heart, Seldon.
Let's do it.
This is the one that seeks to do combat with me.
Your task, my liege and greater guardian, is to guard this place. Do not worry about this worm. His kind yelps in terror at the sight of your mightiness. We will dispose of him ourselves.
Then I will do it as I see fit. Be gone. Leave me, and I will guard the artifact as you have instructed.
Yeah, just kidding. Paul gets absolutely one shot. Did I have you going? Did you think we were gonna stop the heresy? No, you get turned into a paste. Happy ending of the chapter, everybody. Note from Edward. My dearest Alex, I'm glad that you have followed my paper trail thus far. I knew I could depend on you. This will be the hardest part of your journey. Look for the 88 keys to continue your journey into the past. Your loving grandfather, Edward. Now, to be continued, the battle's been won, but the war against darkness is far from over. Eternal darkness.
This can't be happening!
Yeah. I love that one. That one is always scripted to happen right there. I think it's right there. Maybe it can happen between different chapters, but I do like the... Let me tell you, like, the first time that also hit me when I'm just, like, playing it, all of a sudden, it's like, yep, continue next time, and... Yeah, here's our cathedral. Okay, let's... Now, of course, for people like, you and I, we probably already know what we're doing next, but... I do know some people in real life who saw that note and were like, wait, we have to find 88 keys before, like... Just saw a book fly across the... Hello? You shelving yourselves properly. Like, I don't care if you're gonna Yeah, that. If you're gonna... Yeah, that's right, you stay over there. If you're gonna fly across the library, that's one thing, but you better stay in your area. But yeah, I definitely knew people who legitimately thought you had to find 88 keys and were very upset for a bit before they learned what was actually going on. But you and I, dear reader, we are astute. We know what... Okay, well, we're not that astute because I picked the wrong door. Here we go.
The darkness is coming.
Let me tell you, I nearly shit myself the first time I saw that because I played this game. I mean, I'll get into it later when we finish, but there is something for doing multiple playthroughs of the game, doing each of the different paths. The first 2 times I played this game, I completely missed that guy. Just completely missed him. And had no idea he was here. So the 3rd time that I'm going through this game, like in a row, basically, like at this point, I'm like, I've got a handle on the sanity effects. I've got a handle on the levels. Like, I know what's going on. And to have a new sanity effect, yeah, nearly shit myself. Anyways, 88 keys, here we are. Seeing the piano stirred up distant recollections of Paul Luther's story in Alex's mind. The echoes of these notes within the cathedral echo also within her own consciousness. Her hands are drawn to the keys, almost of their own accord. Should I play the piano? 88 keys on a piano. And just like Paul, she magically can play the rest of it. Although I guess it said that her fingers were drawn to it like Paul's, so she might actually legitimately be playing it magically. The Forbidden City.
Who are you?
I am your lord and conqueror.
What manner of forsaken being are you?
So, you can see me in my true form. You are a gifted man. Take this one and use him as the foundation for the pillar. He is special and should be given a special place among the suffering.
So yeah, look forward to that next time when we do the Forbidden City. We've got a really big sword, and we've got sheep music. Sounds like a good night to me.